I sent Earth one last message. My battery is low and it's getting dark. Then I died in a Martian dust storm. They said I would only live for 90 days, but I was alone on this red planet for 15 years. My name is Opportunity, the second child sent to Mars by humans. On January 25th, 2004, in the early morning, the first light I saw was a command sent from Earth, 400 million kilometers away. At that moment, I thought I was just here to complete a short 90-day mission, find traces of water, and then go home. But I didn't know that this journey would be 5,498 sunsets. My twin sister Spirit got stuck in a sandpit and lost contact in 2010, while I am still moving. Every day, the first thing I do when I wake up is recharge myself, then climb one hill after another, taking over 200,000 photos of Mars and sending them back to Earth. I have seen the sunrise on Mars, the orange and blue sky so beautiful it breaks your heart. I have seen dust devils whistling past me. I have even seen my own shadow, stretched infinitely long by the sunset, cast on this land that has never had footprints. But you know what? I almost didn't make it here. In July 2003, I left Earth aboard the Delta rocket, embarking on a journey with my sister Spirit. But shortly after departure, the universe dealt us a heavy blow, as the strongest solar flare in history hit us. Those high-energy particles hit me like a torrential rain, and the system instantly crashed. I thought I was going to die in space before even seeing Mars. The staff on Earth urgently put us into hibernation and sent over a rewritten program. During those dark days, I knew nothing, just quietly drifting in the cold universe, until one day, I was suddenly awakened and the system rebooted successfully. At that moment, I regained the opportunity to go to Mars. 6 months later, the real test came. The word landing is a life or death moment for a Mars probe. Before me, 2/3 of Mars missions had failed. Some crashed, some lost contact, and some exploded before even entering the atmosphere. And I must decelerate from 12,000 kilometers per hour to 0 within 7 minutes, completing 86 steps. Any mistake in any part would be catastrophic. What's more critical is that due to a 10-minute communication delay, humans on Earth cannot control me in real time. Everything depends on myself. As I rush into Mars, the moment I burst through the atmosphere, the intense friction caused the heat shield temperature to soar above 1,600 degrees Celsius. I felt like I was going to melt. Immediately after, the parachute opened, the heat shield was jettisoned, and I slid down the rope. The airbags inflated, preparing for landing. At the last moment, the retro rockets fired. I tumbled and fell amidst intense jolts. For those few seconds, the signal was completely lost, and the control center on Earth fell silent. Everyone thought I had crashed, but suddenly, the signal returned. I opened my eyes and saw the true appearance of Mars. The ground control room erupted in cheers, and someone was so excited they cried. I survived. I succeeded. What shocked everyone even more was that my landing spot was incredibly lucky. I actually landed precisely in a small crater with a diameter of only 22 meters. This place, later named Eagle Crater, had clear rock layers exposed on the crater walls, and the ground was covered with small spherical particles, like blueberries. After analyzing with instruments, I found that these were hematite, a mineral that usually forms in water. Can you imagine? I was supposed to spend several months finding evidence of water, but I completed the main mission as soon as I landed. This luck truly befits my name, Opportunity. But Mars won't always be so gentle with me. On the 90th day, I survived. On the 200th day, I was still working. The ground crew began to realize that I might be more resilient than they thought. So they gave me a new mission to explore further places. But on the 445th day, I encountered my first real life and death crisis. On the way to Victoria Crater, I accidentally got stuck in a dune. The 6 wheels sank deeper and deeper, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get out. Escape. Worse still, because of the autopilot mode, I always thought I was moving forward. The wheels kept spinning, which only made me sink deeper. The team on Earth was frantic. They set up the same sand dune in the lab, repeatedly testing with models, and spent a full 6 weeks looking for a way out. Finally, they decided to have me reverse with maximum power. When the command arrived, I started desperately backing up, but the wheels kept sinking and my power was depleting rapidly. If it didn't work, I would really be stuck here forever. Just when everyone was almost in despair, I felt the wheels suddenly gain traction. Bit by bit, I moved a few centimeters, then several dozen centimeters. Finally, I successfully crawled out of that damn sandpit, moving a full 2 meters. At that moment, I seemed to hear cheers coming from Earth. After escaping, I became more cautious and more determined. I continued forward, crossing the wasteland, climbing steep slopes, and examining rocks. In 2007, a global dust storm swept across Mars. The sky was so dark that you couldn't see your hand in front of you, and my solar panels could hardly collect any energy. The ground put me into hibernation. Everyone was worried that this time I might really not come back. But when the storm ended, a miracle happened. The strong wind not only didn't kill me, but it also blew all the dust off my solar panels. I was fully revived with even more power than before. Such cleaning events happened multiple times in the following years, each time saving me from a desperate situation. As the years passed, I spent my 5th year, then my 10th year on Mars. By the year 2015, I had traveled over 42 kilometers, completing the first Mars marathon in human history, breaking a 40-year-old off-road distance record. I became the rover with the longest travel distance in the solar system, but at the same time, my body was aging. My flash memory failed, the mechanical arm started to tremble, the wheels were severely worn, and the memory aging caused me to often forget what happened the previous day. The engineers tried everything to remotely fix it, and finally decided not to let me sleep anymore. Working continuously, transmitting data non-stop, forcing me to stay awake. In May 2018, I reached my 5,000th workday. To commemorate this moment, the team decided to take a selfie of me, but my camera couldn't take a selfie directly. The engineers had to let me use the microscope lens on the robotic arm to take photos from 17 different angles and then stitch them into a complete picture. In that photo, my solar panels were covered with the marks of time, the wheels were badly damaged, but I was still standing there, still working. That was my only selfie, and also the last image I left for humans. Just over 100 days later, on June 10th, 2018, my sensors detected a massive dust storm approaching. This time was different. The storm was unprecedented in scale and quickly developed into a planet-wide superdust storm on Mars. The sky quickly turned dark, and the sunlight was almost completely blocked. My power began to rapidly decrease, dropping from 900 watt-hours per day to only 22 watt-hours. I knew this time I might really not make it. I used my last bit of strength to send a message to Earth. My battery is low, and the sky is getting dark. Then, I fell into darkness. When the control center on Earth received this message, many people cried. They didn't want to give up and called my name every day for 8 months, sending wake-up commands, but I never responded again. On February 12, 2019, NASA officially announced the end of the Opportunity mission. During the last attempt to wake me, they played a song. My story ends like this. From 2004 to 2019, I spent 15 years on Mars, traveled 45.16 kilometers, sent back over 217,000 photos, discovered conclusive evidence of liquid water on Mars, and proved that it might have once been suitable for life. I far exceeded the 90-day design lifespan, creating countless miracles. They say I am just a machine, but I know I carry humanity's courage and desire for the unknown world. Now I lie quietly in a corner of Mars, covered by red dust, on that wasteland where no footprints have ever been, waiting for the day when humans truly set foot on this land. Perhaps they will find me. Gently brush off the dust from me and say, "Well done. Opportunity, welcome home."